but this don't happen to me every day. No, baby. So now we get lost and carried away. I wanna get lost and carried away with you, maybe all night. Oh, baby.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Intel with Chantel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new and you're a returning subscriber or viewer, welcome back. In this video, we'll prove that you don't have to spend $1 million in order to smell luxurious. So, if you want to know what fragrance house I'm referring to, stick around. And like me and my girlfriend say, when we really want to talk about something, let we get down in it. Okay guys, the fragrance house that we're going to talk about today is none other than Juliana's Perfume. Juliana's Perfume is an amazing fragrance house that does great dupes to high-end fragrances. I have a couple samples of hers in my collection. I also have a couple of full bottles in my collection, but today we're going to be going over 3 of them that I really enjoy. So the first one we have is Amore Santel. Now Amore Santel is a dupe to Francis Dubois Santel Complete. Santel Complete comes in at a whopping $345, where Amore Santel comes in at $69. So let's do a little testing, because I do have a tester of Santel Complete. Like I tell you guys, if you don't want to spend a lot of money because you're not sure on a fragrance, I would say go ahead and get you samples. I do it all the time. Sometimes, yes, I blind buy, but sometimes I'm like, no, I'm not blind buying that fragrance. Let me see if I could get a sample, get a sniff of it, and see if it's something that I really want to bring into my collection. Scent Split gives great samples, great prices, and they give you enough where you can really give the sample a test to see if you really like it. Would it be a yay or a nay? So yes, try them out. If you don't know where you can go to get a great sample, they have amazing samples and they have tons of brands to choose from. So let's see. Okay, so this fragrance it's powdery, it's woody, it's sweet. I could smell coconut. It's musky. It's warm. Here we have top notes of coconut and lemon, middle notes of violet and black pepper, and base notes of sandalwood, vanilla, musk, and amber. And I must say, on first blast, I get that lemon. I get that coconut. It's spicy, but I don't get like the black pepper spicy. It's like a smooth spicy, if that makes sense. And then you get the creaminess of the sandalwood. You get the vanilla. You get that sweetness of the musk and amber. This is a beautiful fragrance. And this is one that I really wanted to buy and get this in my collection, because when I received the sample, it was really good. This gives me, I would say, a good 6 hours on my skin. It's not beast mode, but it's, like I said, longevity, 6 hours. It projects really well, and it's not a skin scent. So people they're not going to smell you from super far away, but they don't have to come into your personal space in order to smell you. And I really like this one. Now, when I got ready to buy this, I stumbled upon Juliana's Perfume, and I noticed that she had a dupe for Santel Complete. The dupe for Santel Complete from Juliana's Perfume is called Amore Santel. Now, first off, let's talk about the packaging. I love the packaging. I think the packaging is sleek. It has a black like plait, and it says Juliana's Perfume in gold, and then it'll have whatever the name of the fragrance is in white. All of their fragrance bottles look exactly the same. The only thing that's different in their bottles is the color of the juice, depending on what fragrance you pick. But I like it. I think it's nice. It's sleek. It's simplistic, but still luxurious and pretty at the same time. So here we have top notes of caramel, coconut, and bergamot, heart notes of sandalwood, tonka bean, vanilla, and orris, and base notes of woody notes, musk, and sweet notes. Now, the sprayer on this one, as you can see, this also has a really nice sprayer. When I smell it initially, I do not, it doesn't smell exactly the same. The opening is not the same. The DNA scent profile is different. The opening in Santal Complete is a tad bit more sweet and gives like a coconut vibe, where the opening in Amore Santel gives me more a citrusy vibe, right? Even though they both have those same notes in the top opening or similar notes in the opening, it's still a little different. Now, once it starts to dry down, the citrus comes through more in Santal Complete, but Amore Santel stays the same. Like Amore Santel stays the same, but you get more citrus in the beginning of Santal Complete. Now, once it's fully dried down, both I start to get that sweet, musky, ambery coming through, and they both are nice and very sweet when they come through. Now, this is $69. Fragrance de Bois is like, I think it was $3.45. On my skin, I like the dupe better. The dupe is better. The dupe is 80% of the scent profile of Santal Complete. In my opinion, it's like an 80% dupe. It will definitely get you in that scent profile and that DNA and that vibe, but it's not 100% match. It does not smell exactly the same, but I still think it's a great dupe coming in at around 80%. Gives you the same vibe. But this is better, at least on my skin. On my skin, I think what I like about this one better is that the bergamot and the vanilla last throughout the fragrance on my skin, and it projects a little better than Santal Complete. Now, I wouldn't say that, oh my God, it rings around Santal. It doesn't. But on my skin, I like this one better. Now, if I had a full bottle of Santal, would I enjoy it as well? Yes, because it's a beautiful fragrance. But this one, there's something about it that I like better on my skin. So that's Juliana's Perfume Amore Santel. Next up, we have White Wedding. Now, same bottle, beautiful, everything. Like I stated before, the only thing different in the bottle is the juice. This fragrance is a dupe to Liquid's Imaginaires Blanche Bête. And when I say this is 100% spot on dupe to me, this is 100% spot on dupe to me. I had a sample of this, but I don't have it anymore. This one, we have top notes of milk, ambrette, mystical, heart notes of tuberose, mahogany, jasmine, incense, and base notes of vanilla, musk, tonka bean, and cacao. And in Blanche Bête, the notes are exactly the same. Top notes of milk, ambrette, mystical, middle notes of tuberose, mahogany, jasmine, and incense, and base notes of vanilla, musk, tonka bean, and cacao. And the same way the notes are exact, this is 100% exact dupe. Like I stated a little while ago, I had a sample, but I dumped it. And I'm going to tell you why. When I bought this fragrance, I liked it. Was it a love at first sniff for me. I wouldn't say yes, but I wouldn't say no. I loved it, but it wasn't something that I had to run out and buy right away, right? I was like, this is nice. This is pretty. But babe loved it. I was like, hey, can you smell this? And he was like, ooh, I like that. That is really good. So I said, okay, I am going to buy this fragrance. I went on the site, and when I went on the site, I was like, oh, heck no, this is not for me. And the reason being, everybody believes in different things, but when I went to purchase this fragrance, that was the first time that I've ever been on the site for the actual fragrance house, right? And they had something on the site that said, will you sell your soul to smell good? I was like, what? No, that didn't sit well with me. So I was like, I love fragrance, but that sounds like some devilish mess, at least to me. We believe in different things. I was like, they cannot get my coins. I like the fragrance. Babe loves the fragrance, but he gonna have to take an L on this one, because I'm not selling my soul to nobody. Worse, no fragrance house. I was like, that is not gonna work for me and what I believed in. So I said, okay, I would just finish off my sample bottle, and that would have been it. I was not going to repurchase it. I mean, I was not going to purchase a full bottle. I was not going to repurchase a sample bottle, because I was like, I'm not going to support a brand that's, in my mind, what they probably stand for. I couldn't get through the night. That thing, I thought about it. I got up, I threw my sample bottle in the trash. Threw it away. I was like, yeah, no, it's not for me. It's not that deep. No. Fast forward a couple months, back on Juliana's site, and I see they have an inspired version of Blanche Bette called White Wedding. I said, okay. So I called babe and I said, hey, I got a question for you. And I gave him the scenario. I said, but would you buy it from another house if it's a dupe? They're duping the fragrance. It's not the same house. Like, would you buy it, or would you feel like you're still supporting what the first fragrance believed in? And he was like, no, it's a different house. It's a different name. Like, I'll buy it. And I was like, okay. So I just needed a second opinion, because I didn't know if because I wanted to buy it, I was trying to kind of like make up excuses in my own head. But then when he said it, I was like, okay, I'll buy it. And I bought it. And when I tell you, this is a spot-on dupe to Blanche Bette for a fraction of the cost. Blanche Bette is around $280. This is $69, 100% dupe, exactly the same, and I didn't have to sell my soul to no devil to smell good. Now, this is a fragrance that I don't reach for when I'm going out. I more wear this to bed. I more wear this to bed. I've never been going somewhere and say, oh, I want to smell like this. Even though it's pretty, I like it out the shower, cuddle up, like, especially since babe likes it. And it's soft enough that I can wear it to bed and it does not feel like it's choking me out. So this for me is one of my bedtime scents. Now you could wear it out. It's pretty enough to wear it out, but I just don't reach for it to wear it out. But if you wanted to get your nose on Blanche Bette, and either you didn't want to pay the cost or you don't want to sell your soul, give White Wedding a try. This will get you there. Even if they did not have that saying on their website and I had gotten this, I would have never repurchased the original one, because this is 100% spot on. 100%. So yeah, this would have been the one that I would have kept in my collection over the original one. So if you want to try White Wedding, Juliana's perfume, 10 out of 10 dupe, give it a try. Last up, we have Double Decadence. Double Decadence is a dupe for Guerlain's Spiritueuse Double Vanille, which is a fragrance that's been talked about so many times here on YouTube. At one point, people said that, oh, they think it's discontinued. It was hard to get their nose on it. And it was just different. But Juliana has a dupe for Double Decadence that I would say is a 90% match. Hey guys, my apologies. The last fragrance that I reviewed, the file got corrupted, and I ain't gonna lie, I was not about to refilm that video, so I will definitely tell you more about that fragrance in another video. All right, thanks guys.
But this don't happen to me every day.